Hey guys, this is my best friend Chalon and my other best friend Emily. We're gonna do an interview. Well, kind of. We're kind of all a little tipsy.
I mean, a lot
But
of sake.
yeah, we had some sake. But just perspective of gastric bypass surgery from the best friends of a person who's had it. So, what does Emily think of gastric bypass surgery?
Gastric bypass.
In general, what did you think of it before you knew I was gonna have it done?
I just thought it was a last resort and not a very good one. I didn't really think that. I don't want to call it necessarily giving up, but how can you give up on something that you don't know how to do or that you can't learn how to do?
Right.
I mean, if you're learning your times tables, you can always practice, but
How do you
I don't
practice
know.
being
Yeah,
a
and
good eater?
that was really a hard
yeah.
thing for me to understand because I've never had a problem with it before.
What do you think of it now that you have someone who's had surgery?
Oh, geez.
I won't beat you up if you feel the same way.
No, I do. However, it's like I said, it's one of those things that I am not going to get on a high horse about it because I don't understand. I've never been there. I've never been in that situation, and I don't understand. So really, what it is to me is just accepting what is and what you felt like you had to do for your own health, and I'm happy about that because I get to enjoy you more. And in the future, of course, when we can go do stuff now, because it was getting to the point where we couldn't really do anything because it was tiring or really a lot of
I would make excuses for it,
sure.
Well, these shoes are not walking shoes, when really it was just that I don't have the body to be able to walk.
And God, of course I don't blame you for because it's 3 times the effort it is for me than it is for you.
4 probably for you.
Yeah, 4.
You skinny ass.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Did I answer your question?
That's excellent. Someone was like, "What do you think of gastric bypass surgery before?"
So, aside from your situation, my general idea of it was that Carney Wilson had it, and I never particularly liked her. But that had nothing to do with the procedure. So, I guess I kind of felt like, 'cause I try to be sympathetic to people's situations, and I know that there's always people who, in whatever the situation, not being weight loss or anything like that, will take the easiest, fastest way out. But I think with gastric bypass, there are people who need it because it's a matter of life and death, and it's their last and only option.
Yeah.
And I think ultimately it's something you do that it takes away one of your great loves, which is food, but it's for people who have the understanding that it's just absolutely necessary for them to get the trade-off of having everything else they want in life.
Yeah. Good.
So when you decided to have it, I thought that it was a good idea because for a really long time you seemed like you were really trying, and you seemed like you were working really hard, and like you were never getting the results you really wanted, or I don't know. I just imagined in your shoes us being so similar to one another that the way you felt was when you were dieting or whatever, even if you knew that you were taking, snacking when you shouldn't or whatever. It's to me it would be like being a drug addict, and it would be like I want to stop and I can't stop, and no matter what I do, even when I do stop, I'm not getting any results, so what the fuck is the point?
Yeah.
And sorry, I didn't mean to drop the F.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
And,
we're all adults here.
Woo! Don't show my boobs.
So our camera keeps dying, the batteries do, so it's going to be kind of cut up. So my next question is, now that you know that I've had gastric bypass surgery and seeing my journey, do you think that gastric bypass is the easy way out?
I don't think it was in your situation.
Okay.
I think that people probably have used it as the easy way out, or have gotten to such a point where it was their only way out, and maybe didn't do enough to stop themselves from getting to that point. But I think for you, it was your way of stopping yourself from getting to that point where you were, stuck in bed or getting serious health problems because of it.
Yeah.
And I know that, like, your hair has thinned, and
yes, it has.
I'm glad, because I think in this year you've probably been able to take more avenues with your life than maybe were options before.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And you're engaged, and you could have still been engaged, but who knows, because 10 years from now you could be dead if you hadn't have.
Totally.
And as for it being the easy way out, I think maybe the trade-off makes that question not matter.
True that.
Because
yeah, that's a good thing to say.
Easy way out, but who wouldn't take the fastest, easiest way to save their life?
Very good. That's good. That's good stuff.
I don't know.
Okay, Emily, what do you think?
As far as it being an easy way out, of course it is the easiest way out, but that's not to say that it might be the only way out. So it's also the most difficult, and it's not to say that that's easy either. And I think you really, really handled it well, but you hear other horror stories of it taking months for people to get over it, and it not being successful with other people, and things like that. And I'm sure that a lot of that's just hearsay, from, oh, well, I knew this one person who knew this one person.
Right.
So I don't really know the facts or anything, but as far as, it might be the easy way out, but maybe it's the only way out. Yeah. I think that as far as quality of life and things like that, it's hard to say when it's you being judged, but it's nobody else's business anyway.
Yeah.
As far as you, as long as you are enjoying your life and dealing with the consequences of, your hair thinning, you can deal with that.
Yeah.
You can deal with that. If you're a full person, then cool. And if you can deal with having to buy a new, whatever other obstacle you might have to run into.
Well, a woman has a problem buying.
Yeah, I know. But like maybe having to, be constantly having that be such a huge, what you put into your body be such a huge part of your priorities and daily tasks and things like that. That's got to be really, really hard. So who's to say that that is really the easiest way out? Because you're doing what you're kind of were supposed to be doing maybe originally. Not necessarily originally, but
well, you get off track, and you have to.
This is what you have to do,
right,
to be a healthy person, regardless of whether
it's easy or hard.
Why you're doing it, or why you're not doing it, or if it's easy or if it's hard. This is what you need to do to be healthy. So I guess you shouldn't even ask that question. It being the easy way out, it should just be. It is what it is, out. And maybe just try to focus on more important questions. Can you live with what you have to deal with now that you've had it done?
Right.
And if you can't, then you can't do anything about it.
Not anymore. Those are things to think about before you have surgery.
Yeah, you can either regret it, or you can just get over it and move on.
Yeah.